Welcome to Supply Management. In this video, you will learn measuring supply chain performance and how supply chain decision impact strategy. Measuring supply chain performance can be qualitative or quantitative. Example of qualitative performance are customer satisfaction and product quality through survey or focus group discussion. Example of quantitative performance are supply chain lead time and order fill rate. Supply chain lead time is time taken to transform the raw materials into final products along the time required to deliver it to customer's destination address. The order fill rate is the portion of customers' demands that can be easily satisfied from the stocks available. I work in the transportation industry, where we focus on having operational utilizations above 85%. We make sure our warehouses have enough spare parts for the maintenance in all cities we are operating. The order fill rate for the fast-moving parts needs to be close to 100%, whereas slow-moving parts lead time needs to be less than 2 weeks, depending if the dealers have that parts or need to order it to Japan or Europe. This explains the importance of spare parts supply chains to support other industries. Let's look at other supply chains performances. Other performance measurements are ordering time, percentage of late delivery, percentage of rejected materials, number of shortage per year. We benchmark those results against similar companies or those better than us. The gap can be used to develop improvement plans. We want to know the percentage of our asset invested in inventory. The formula is total inventory times 100 divided by total assets. In our example here, we have 25.7% of asset invested in inventory. Is it good or bad? Let's look at the measurement for several industries. We see here the percentage of asset invested in inventory for manufacturing, wholesale, restaurants, and retail industry. In manufacturing, they need to invest in raw materials to make sure that the plant continues running at high productivity to produce and store product to achieve high service level. Thus, they invest around 20% in inventory. Some companies, like Toyota, can reduce it to 5% because having good systems, including just-in-time. Different with restaurant industry, where inventory is only 2.9% of asset because food is perishable item. You cannot store food like you can store cars. The next important measurements are inventory turnover and weeks of supply. Let's look at the simple income statement. Cost of goods sold is 14 billion rupiah, whereas total inventory is 2 billion rupiah. Now let's calculate inventory turnover. Inventory turnover is cost of goods sold, the cost of you to produce your products, divided by inventory. From the income statement that we have before, cost of goods sold is 14 billion rupiah divided by inventory of 2 billion rupiah, so you got the number 7. So inventory turnover 7, what does it mean? It means that in a year, your products goes out 7 times. Now let's calculate weeks supply. In a year, you have 52 weeks divided by inventory turnover of 7, so you have 7.4 weeks. It means that your products goes out every 7.4 weeks. If you compare Home Depot with 5 inventory turnover against McDonald's 112 inventory turnover, you will know that the type of product determines inventory turnover. You need to compare with your competitors to know where you are standing. If you are a property agent selling 3 houses a year, then your inventory turnover is 3. If your competitors have inventory turnover of 5, then you need to improve. Before you look at how supply chain decisions are made, we will analyze these 3 strategies. Cost strategies competes on cost. They need to make sure that the supply chain can deliver the lowest possible cost. The example here is Taco Bell, an American chain of fast food restaurants serving Mexican food. The second one is response strategy, competes on speed and flexibility to serve customer. The example here is Dell selling computers. Different from other brands, Dell does not go to distributor and retailers. Dell cuts the supply chain so it can serve directly to customer. Customer can buy customers' products direct to Dell website and call centers. Third differentiation strategy competes on spatial design. The example here is Benetton. Apparel manufacturers, the Benetton modified the manufacturing processes so it can postpone dyeing or coloring process to adjust with market demand. Supplier's goal for Taco Bell is to sell to customer at lowest possible price, whereas in Dell is to respond quickly to changing requirement and demand by minimizing stock out. Supplier's goal for Benetton is sharing market research by developing products together. Taco Bell maintains high utilizations and low inventory to hold costs down. Dell developed responsive system with buffer stocks to ensure supply. Benetton uses modular processes leading to customization while minimizing inventory to avoid unsold products. Taco Bell creates food products that minimize costs and serve customer with shortest lead time possible. Dell invests on product design that reduce production lead time. Benetton uses modular design to postpone product differentiation as long as possible and invest to reduce development lead time. See you in the next video.